You know how sometimes in the past we've talked about toys and all that? Well, this time we're going back to a galaxy far, far away with the Power of the Force toys.
Now the Power of the Force from Kenner brings you more big Star Wars detail and more big movie size than ever before. As a rebel pilot, climb aboard your sleek A-Wing fighter and blaze into battle against Darth Vader and his terrifying TIE fighter.
Fire!
Now dogfight in space with Emperor Palpatine looking on. On Hoth, you fight alongside Hoth rebel soldiers against attacking snowtroopers and their laser cannons. Nobody does Star Wars like the Power of the Force. A-Wing comes with pilot, other figures and vehicles each sold separately from Kenner.
So, before we get into talking about them and showing them off, because I got, 5 of them, it was a toy line that started in July of 1995 and ran for 5 years until the year 2000. Even though the first few figures looked buff and messier, which was a reflection of the Hollywood Schwarzenegger Sloan trend, the toy line was well received by collectors and Star Wars fans everywhere. We're happy that their beloved, 3-inch by 75 action figure line from their childhood continued. Apparently, Hasbro purchased the Tonka Corporation, which included Kenner, Brooks, and Parker Brothers, in 1991. They kept using the Kenner logo instead of their own Hasbro logo on the packaging until Episode 1 to line in 1991. And you can actually see it. Yeah, you can see the Kenner logo. And so, yeah, let's actually talk about one right now. This one is a Stormtrooper with a blaster rifle and a heavy infantry cannon. The box art for it, it looks very holographic almost. Even though it's, the Stormtrooper, it's white. It almost looks like it's, turning colors. Woo! And that's honestly pretty cool. On the back, it gives you details about that specific character and all that. So, yeah, I think this little figure is pretty cool. It's collection, number 3 out of, a lot of them. Apparently there was, a lot of ones of Boba Fett, but I didn't get any of those ones. Even the little details for, the helmet, that was pretty good. So let's look at another one. So another one we have is, I have a Luke Skywalker. It's Luke Skywalker in his ceremonial outfit with a Medal of Honor and a blaster pistol. So this one is clearly based on at the ending of the first film. And, at the back of it, it also gives, his height, status, Jedi in training, rebel pilot. Weapon of choice, blaster, and lightsaber. But the thing about it, that he doesn't have his lightsaber with him in this figure. Yeah. And then we have the big baddie himself, Darth Vader. This one has lightsaber and removable cape. So that's pretty cool. This one's height is 2.2 millimeters, and it gives details about all the other characters as well. And one thing, that's very curious, is that you can cut out the details about the character on the back. And I'm gonna be honest and say, I know some, folks that say, hey, you're not supposed to open it.
You ruined the collector's value! Never remove from box!
Open them like that? I'm not gonna open it. So, now that we looked at 3 figure wins, we have 2 that are, ones that are vehicles. In this one case, it's an Imperial speeder bike. I never took this one out of the plastic. You get... forget, let's take it out of the plastic. And now, this is dangerously close to the elements. What have I done? What have I done? So this one's the, one thing you can do is this one has a ejector and it throws the biker off, biker scout. I bet this one was used, this kind of figure was used in a lot of, stop motion films back around the 2000s, anyway. And, yeah. It explodes and ejects Router in battle. That was pretty cool. On the back of it, you have several other figures, vehicle figures, like you can get a Imperial ATST, you can get a Millennium Falcon, and X-Wing Fighter. And, last but not least, we got a Ronto, and a Jawa. And you can, like, say, have your little Jawa, you can have him right on top of him, like he's on his way to do his taxes. I mean, they have, the image that they have for him is from the special editions. Like, say, yeah, it has it right there. It looks pretty cool. And it says, Ronto's head rears back when you press back on his hind legs. Then snaps forward to buck off jaw when you turn into standing position. That's actually pretty cool. I think I actually saw some of these figures as a child. I actually had a Darth Maul one as a child. I believe I did. I believe I had one for the release of episode 1. I also had one that was Obi-Wan. Yeah, I think these are pretty cool. See ya!